What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. I'm your boy John Kolar here with Eddie Lewis and Braxton Brown. How y'all doing today, fellas?
We could be better, but we'll get into all that.
I'm still doing all right, just like last week.
Hey man, let's talk Monday Night Football. The the Lions and the Ravens had an offensive shootout last night with the Lions winning 38-30 over Baltimore. What's y'all quick recap and reaction to the game? How are we evaluating the Ravens at this point of the season? And do we think Detroit will continue to be a dominant team in the NFC?
I think people were starting to worry about Detroit. So week one, seeing that how that came out and performed after the loss of Ben Johnson, but I was one not to panic because they have all those guys and all those weapons. So I guess we saw that week two that there was no problem and they are back and they're the Lions that everyone know and love offensively, and they put up numbers as well as anybody, probably the best. And as far as the Ravens last night and their outcome, I don't think it's time to panic. It's just the mistakes with Derrick Henry. They definitely are front and center, and I feel like he's definitely been a reason that they lost the two big games that they played. So I think that he got stuff he got to work on in practice. He was finna cry in the post game interview just off the mistake and the big time turnover that he had, and he consistently doing it. So I don't know what he's battling, but he got to fix it right because he on my fantasy team and he didn't lost me 2 weeks. So I'm not enjoying this, and he is definitely up on the trade block for me. But we got to fix this ASAP for Lamar if he want to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was surprised at the way that the Lions won that game. Just simply they ran the ball however they wanted to do it. I mean, the Ravens defense, it felt like I thought they would be better prepared to stop that type of offensive attack, but they didn't. And the Lions showing that, it wasn't just Ben Johnson the reason why they win the games. They got multiple ways they could win games. So and I thought it was a gutsy call on that 4th and 2 I think they showed that they can do pretty much whatever they want to do and still be a formidable team. As far as the Ravens, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good, especially with Derrick Henry doing that 3 games, 3 fumbles. That's just unacceptable. I mean, I know, like y'all said, he looked sad afterwards, but I mean, what's that's gonna do? It's still a L in the win columns.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna panic on the Ravens just yet. I still feel like you know, they proven that they've been a top team in this league for pretty much as long as I can remember. Whether Lamar was at quarterback, Joe Flacco was at quarterback, John Harbaugh, he always finds a way to rally his team. So I'm not gonna hit the panic button on him just yet. But Derrick Henry does have to find a way to clean up them fumbles, bro, because you gotta think about it coming into the season, Derrick Henry was a person we looked at that, never fumbled the ball. And, and now that he got 3 in 3 games, it's kind of got you wondering if it's something that's going on mentally in his head that's just got him turning the ball over like that. Like he's been so loose with the ball, everybody been punching it out. Like what's going on? So I'm not gonna hit the panic button on him just yet. Something that did concern me with the Ravens though was the offensive line. Like we seen Lamar get sacked 7 times last night, and I don't think Lamar Jackson has been sacked 7 times in his life, let alone in one game. So in one game, so it's kind of like I don't know. That offensive line got to get better, and the defense got to get better as well. They couldn't stop the run for nothing. Like Detroit just continually ran the ball at them all night. As far as Detroit, I think this win is a big statement for them. Considering everybody was thinking about how they were going to be coming into the season, losing Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, and they look like a team that hasn't lost a step. You know what I'm saying? Besides that first game against Green Bay, they've been dominant against a lot of the Bears, are the Bears, but for them to go to Baltimore and do that against the Ravens, man, I was thoroughly impressed. I did not expect that from them last night. So that was good to see that, that they can continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I will say some of those sacks they do. at times look like, Lamar just got to get rid of the ball. I think sometimes he hold on to the ball a little bit too much, and obviously like he can do that because he can make the plays that he can, but sometimes your greatest attribute can be your biggest detriment at the same time. So
I got a question. Did y'all feel like Lamar was kind of being timid last night? Like he didn't really want to take off and run with the ball. Like it was a lot of times I watched him last night and I'm like, bro, just run. Like on this one play, he could have had a first down, but instead he worrying about the dude that's coming behind him, which caused him to get sacked. I'm like, bro, just take off and run. Like what you doing? Why you being so timid tonight?
I did see that, but I feel like he's trying to make the play downfield nowadays. I feel like he always got the thing in the back of his mind talking about how he just runs and he a running back and all that from college or whatever or the draft. But I feel like he don't have to prove nothing to
Right.
nobody anymore. He's a two-time MVP, should be three-time. He's passed for a lot of yards in multiple seasons, so I feel like he don't gotta worry about that stigma anymore. I feel like he just be himself, and we know he the most dangerous when he is moving around and juking and all that. So just making plays. So I feel like once he just get back to that and just playing freely without any judgments or pause, I feel like that's gonna be the MVP more that we used to.
Right, right. Moving on to what many people think was the game of the week. The Eagles beat the Rams 33-26 on a last second field goal block and scored by Jordan Davis, man. Do y'all feel like Philly can continue to win these close games?
if Jalen Hurts is telling the coordinator to call the plays that I want to call, like he did at the end of that game, it seemed like because they started running that stuff that I felt like made them the team that they were last year. It seemed like they went away from that to start their season. Like they played a more conservative style of football, and I felt like at the end of that game they let it loose and they said, you know what, we're gonna play the game that we want to play. That's the reason why you get big catches from Devontae Smith or a big catch from AJ Brown. Like those are the things that made this offense great. So if they can continue to play like that, I think they can be.
I always had the Eagles as favorites um to go to the Super Bowl or be a contender just because of the offense and I don't think I don't think that they get enough credit, sometimes because they're overshadowed by, the Bills or the Chiefs or the Ravens. But I feel like and especially Jalen Hurts in that conversation, he always gets like the last end of the stick because he not as popping on the stat sheets throwing wise to people a lot of people that's watching. So I feel like they always contender in a threat just because of that the guys that got on offense. But at times we see like they can't find to get the ball to their guys and it shows the frustration and the question mark with the offense. So just seeing the second half and what they did, it made me feel better. And I have faith in them to make another good push and maybe try to run it back. But as far as the defense, I feel like they still got some loose ends back there that they should tie up before they be my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like they doing a good job winning these close games, but who's to say if Jordan Davis don't block that kick, we not sitting here talking about the Rams beating the Eagles, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like they kind of turning into what the Chiefs used to be, like always finding a way to win games, kind of like what we seen from the Chiefs last year. Just becoming a team that's so connected that they find ways to win games, these close games. But I don't really see them as a favorite, to be honest. I feel like the NFC is wide open because you got Green Bay, you got Philly, you got Detroit. You can't really overlook them. To a lesser degree, you got Minnesota. Like it's a couple. You got uh, Washington Commanders when Jaden Daniels is healthy. So it's a couple teams that I feel can take the reins from the Eagles. Only time will tell. But as far as them being able to continue to win these close games, I mean, at some point in time, it gotta go the other way. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to block a kick every single game. So I do feel like they gotta find ways to start off faster. Cause like Bryce said, in the second half, they kind of really got going, and you kind of really seen the offense. But sometimes I feel like they try to funnel everything a little bit too much through Saquon Barkley, which causes their offense to be one dimensional. But it was good to see, guys like AJ Brown be able to have a big game because, a lot of people were talking about, he may be angry because he ain't been getting no ball. But yeah, man, only time will tell if they'll be able to continue to win these type of games.
Yeah, I hate when offenses do that. Like just because you have a all-time great back, you don't have to like spam run the ball every play. Like just make your offense versatile because that means that for one, if you give him the ball, that means he's gonna get good yards. But then also that opens up the pass game. They expect him to run. Like have some diversity in your play calling, and that's we gonna move on to that in the next topic. But yeah, you gotta have diverse play calling, man.
I got you. I got you. How you feel, Eddie? You agree with that?
Kind of, sort of. But I feel like you pay the man to be there. You gotta give him the ball. He gotta get his touches. So I'm kind of on the opposite side of that. I feel like AJ definitely should have more targets, but he got to get open. Because it's been, I watched it and I playing, he's not creating a lot of separation. I think this week he just had a favorable matchup and he exposed that matchup every time that there was one on one. Jalen Hurts got to throw on the ball because that's an easy mismatch, So I feel like it depends on the game because it was a lot of games that he wasn't open and he wasn't getting no separation from the DB. So I'm like, who Jalen Hurts, he don't make those tight of a throw. But and then you got Saquon back here. Would you rather an incompletion or get a ball to him? So I'm taking Saquon, and you know what Saquon do with the ball in his hand. So I feel it. I mean, not every play, like Brady was saying, but shit, out of four plays, he at least got to touch the ball twice every round. So
I see it from both sides. So I'm kind of in neutral ground. Like I feel like they do have to be more diverse in their play calling with their concepts to kind of like scheme AJ Brown open instead of like trying to put it all on him to get open on his own. But like you said, if you paying Saquon Barkley all that money and you got an offensive line like you got, I mean, you got to kind of like give him the ball at least half the time. But moving on, man. Like Brack said, with the diversity in the play calling, man, the Texans fall to the Jags 17-10. As fellow Texans fans, I'm gonna let y'all take the floor, but do y'all feel like the Texans can turn it around after starting 0-3, like my New Orleans Saints this season, Mr. Eddie?
oh, please don't bring the Saints in this, brother. Ah! I don't know what to say, bro. I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. I don't know what we got to do. I do know what we got to do. We got to fire Kaylee. We got to get an O line. I'm sad. I'm depressed. This ain't been like this with the Texans in years. I'm not used to this just losing mentality. It's just so many mistakes, so many penalties. So it's the expectations that everyone had with the Texans have not been met by any means. On offense, we look horrendous. Like I really like the word comeback. I know you like that word right there. But bro, it's like it's so frustrating to watch every single week, bro. Like I almost crashed out and broke my TV on this past Sunday because it was just so stagnant. And then when we do something good, it's flag. Then when we do something bad, interception. And that was a bad interception on CJ. But I hate to blame that some people like to give him. And they quick to just hop off the band and they say, hey, it's CJ fault. Get CJ out of here, or he's not the guy anymore. Is he that the problem? I ain't gonna say no names, Braxton, but it's just so it's frustrating, and I can't defend him at times because he makes the mistakes and he don't get the reads, but he don't got the time to throw it. He don't got time to throw it, and then the routes that they're running, the play calling is horrible. Like it's not open. Who's he go throw to? He can't throw it to himself. And when he do step and make the play, flag. But it's frustrating. Thank you to the defense. They keeping us in every game, but we got to fix this ASAP. And we play the Titans next week. If we don't beat the Titans, the season over.
Yeah, most of what you said, I agree with. I do want to send a thank you to the defense because they're the only reason why these games have been close. God forbid we played with a bad defense, I mean, we would just be very horrible. But I will say, I think this team is just showing me the type of team we're gonna be this season. Until significant changes are made, maybe with an offensive coordinator, the offense is stagnant. Everything is predictable. We run the ball two downs, then try to throw a pass. Like it's too predictable, and it's showing that our offensive coordinator is a first time play caller. We got to stop thinking that these dudes that were under these good coordinators are just as good as them. They're not. And the quarterback, CJ, hey, it's not all his fault. But I do think that in some situations, he's got to be able to make these guys better. Throwing things on time, staying in the pocket, stepping up in the pocket. Yeah, the pocket may be dangerous, but that may be our best chance. Sometimes you got to take a hit. People hate when I bring up Patrick Mahomes, but he stands in the pocket, he throws passes, and he knows he's gonna take the hit. Like sometimes that's just a part of being a quarterback. You can't be scared of the opportunity and the role that you have. So I mean, things got to change, but I'm not going to sit here and keep talking about it because this is the team that they want to be. Nico Collins, you are receiver one. You can't fumble the damn ball. Like it's just simple. So if that's the team we're going to be, I'm not going to sit here and stress about it. That's who we are. That's it.
I ain't saying that's who we are. I'm not saying that. They gotta be better. Do better, be better. I'm not on that. No.
I'm,
Hell no.
well, I'm not saying that's who we are, as in that's who we should be. I'm saying that's who we are right now.
That's what
Like
they put on paper. That's what you're saying.
yes, that's what we put it on paper. If we go out there and have performances like that, that's who we are. That's who you are. You are what you play like. So that's it. And we can move on to the next topic. We ain't gonna sit there and talk about them things. I
Me
mean,
personally, me personally, I love it.
no.
I
Why do
love
you
it
love
from
it?
the I love it from the standpoint, coming into the season. Every time I say something about my Saints, oh, it's all laughing jokes from Eddie. Oh, y'all gonna be so garbage. So garbage. And I understood that. I knew what I was facing coming into the season. But y'all had high hopes. Oh, we going to the Super Bowl. Oh, this CJ this and CJ that. Well, well, well. Look where we at now. 2-0-3 teams. One of us had expectations. One of us didn't. I'll let y'all figure out who that is. But we can move on. I ain't gonna touch y'all too much. We can move on. The Chiefs pick up their first win of the season against the Giants on Sunday Night Football, while the Cowboys got dominated in Chicago by the Bears. Which team are y'all most confident in to make a playoff run?
I think the obvious answer is the Chiefs because they get all the calls, they got the refs on their side, and they got Mahomes. But with that being said, even that they got their first win, it did not look good at all, in my opinion. They are not a threat. Sorry. They don't got the guys out there that need to be. Maybe when Rasheed and the Words get back, they might be more of a threat. But I don't see I don't see the Eagles scared to play them, the Ravens, the Bills, the Chargers, the Commanders, anybody, you name it. I don't there's no reason to be scared. For what? All the guys on home. That's it. He do a lot. He makes some shake with nothing, but it ain't shaking right now. And I don't see it to be shaking.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp said, Patrick Mahomes is playing. You look around on the offense, it's just guys. Like they don't have no special weapons around him. So, I mean, they may make a run because of his greatness and him being able to put people in position. But I mean, I don't expect them to do much. I was impressed by the Bears win though over the Cowboys. I thought, they showed that they do have enough firepower on offense to compete with good teams. And I liked what I seen from Caleb Williams and Roma Dunze. He's been showing up. I think we got to keep our eyes on him. He might be, one of the rising stars at the receiver position.
Luther Burton too. He played amazing too. He's shown that he's can be a key factor for them as well. And I do think the Cowboys didn't play up to par because CD got hurt, and I hurt me in fantasy as well as a lot of people. So it's been a rough week personally for me.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, honestly, I don't really know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna go with the Chiefs just because Patrick Mahomes will have two weapons that end up coming back to his offense. Um, you know, in the later stages with Xavier Worthy and Rasheed Rice. But like Braxton said, right now he's just dealing with a bunch of guys. Like he don't have nobody that really stand out. Not even Travis Kelsey, because in my opinion, he's a declining player. He ain't the same player that he used to be. He don't even get open like he used to. So right now, Mahomes just going through it. But as far as I'll pick the Chiefs, as the team I'm most confident in to make a playoff run. But as far as the Cowboys, man, like they're just horrible on defense, bro. Like they are horrible. Like they don't have no pass defense. Their DBs are horrible. They get run on hella because at one point in that game, Detroit ran 11. I mean, not Detroit, my fault. The Bears ran 11 straight run plays at their defense and just kept running the ball at them. They didn't stop them at all. And then you don't got no pass rush because you traded away arguably the best pass rusher in the game to Green Bay, a team that has beaten you in the playoffs. So it's like the defense is not much they can do unless they put up 40 points every week with Dak Prescott in their offense. It's gonna be very hard for them to win games because the defense ain't gonna stop a nosebleed. I mean, not one. So at this point, I don't know what to say about the Cowboys. They don't look like a playoff team to me, and I think it's only gonna get worse from here. At 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 best, I'd say they 8-9 football team or 9-8 football team because from what I've seen, if you don't get no stops on defense, it's gonna be very hard to beat people because your offense not gonna put up 40 points a game. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I want to talk about that Chiefs game one on the other side of the ball with the Giants, man. Russ, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's time to hang them up, man. I'm not trying to be mean, but that last possession, four straight or three straight passes, just throwing them in the back of the end zone. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? I'm glad to see that Jackson Dart is getting his chance. Like I said on the last part, or I think it was the last part. Yeah, I said I'm high on Jackson Dart, so I'm glad to see what he can do in this offense. Because Russ, I mean, hey man, go. You got Sierra. Just enjoy life, brother. Just enjoy life. Don't worry
I
about
told
this.
I told y'all it was coming. Eddie talking about nah, it ain't coming. Let Russ stay in there. Let Russ stay in there. And you see what happened, huh?
I
Yeah,
just
he
thought it
looked
was too
good
good.
against the Cowboys,
I
but it
thought
was
it
the
was too soon,
Cowboys.
bro.
But it was the Cowboys, bro.
Nah, you right, you right. But I also I'm a fan of Jackson Dart, and
Yeah, me too.
I want him to play. I ain't think it's gonna be this early, but
I
I
ain't gonna
mean
lie.
I'm not mad at the decision at all. I'm happy for him. I just wish other QBs got this this opportunity to play. But
Well,
we know how it is.
we gonna leave that alone. But uh, I'm praying for that brother this week because the Chargers they got the Chargers and the Chargers don't play around on defense, bro. So. I'm pretty fun this week. Now we're gonna take a break, man, and when we come back, we're gonna preview the college football week and also talk a little track and field, man. Y'all don't want to miss it. Welcome to the world of sports. Keep it locked.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. We about to talk about some track and field, man. I don't know if y'all stay in tune, but we the World of Sports, so we gonna talk about everything. Uh,
Yeah.
the Tokyo World Championship. Was a lot of races, a lot of running, a lot of things going on. The USA brought home a lot of gold medals. So, what did y'all think was the most impressive thing that we took home, and how proud of y'all are of all the athletes that took part in it?
I'm very proud, man. I feel like as a unit, we always show out, and I feel like it's always a competition between us and Jamaica, and I just feel like we just got it, bro. Like I feel like we got that number, and we always compete in, regardless of the medals. I feel like we always come in and show out and have a great performance every single time. I'm just proud of them guys, and representing for our country. So happy to see it, and I hope that we continue to just dominate.
Yeah, man. I was happy to see us dominate the relays for sure. What I was impressed by was the 4x4 relay. A lot of people were expecting it to be close on the women's side. They were expecting it to be close, and they actually dominated that race. I think they set a new world record actually for time in that race. And Sydney McLaughlin, man, Lavroni, she is just a dog, man. Like she dominates everything that she does on the track, man. So that's always good to see. The 4x1 team for the women, they won gold as well. With Shakari anchoring that last leg and bringing home the victory. So that's good. I'm always rooting for her. And then the 4x1 men's team, man, they got it done as well with Noah Lyles anchoring that last leg and bringing it home. He had a good world championships out there in Tokyo, so major props to him as well. And like I said, man, I'm always happy to see the U.S. doing good in all things because you know that's the home squad. So congratulations to all those who participated in it, medaled in that as well.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with all of y'all statements. I just want to say, as far as Noah Lyles, he's showing that he's decorated as an athlete and a track star. I mean, like this is his fourth consecutive World Championships win in the 200 meters. So like he's showing that's his race, and if you want to win it, you're gonna have to come through me. So like I think that's the type of narratives and storylines that you want in this sport to make the sport even bigger. And like y'all said, shout out to the women as well. Still staking their claim as we the fastest women in the world. So I'm proud of them as well. But moving on, we want to talk about some college football now. We got some big matchups this week. One of them that we have our eye on as LSU fans is LSU versus Ole Miss. What do y'all think about that matchup, and how do y'all think we'll fare?
I think it's going to be very interesting. Um, the offense going. We expect the defense. I'm not gonna say we know the defense is gonna show up. We expect the defense to show up based on how they played through the course of 4 games this season. I think they haven't allowed more than 10 points to an opponent. So that's gonna be so we expect the defense to show up. I think the offense is gonna have to look a lot like it did last week. Throwing the ball around the yard and just having you know a pace about itself. They just looked good last week against Southeastern. Now, I, you know it is Southeastern, but I mean that's some things that you can carry over into Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss is a good team, but they don't have a great defense. Like you can score on them. So if we can find ways to score the ball and our defense can continue to be dominant, I think we have a chance in that game for sure. And just some other things that I'm looking at across the slate. I think that Georgia and Alabama is going to be a good game at 6:30, and also Oregon and Penn State will also be another good game. So that's my two main games that I'm gonna have eyes out for this week. But I definitely think LSU has a good chance to win if they can get the offense flowing, similar to what it was last week against Southeastern.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. As far as LSU go, I feel like last week was just a game for us to click on offense, and I feel like we did just that. It was a little rocky on the first drive. After that, they got some get right and they start putting points on the board, and that's all we want to see. I think that this will carry on into Ole Miss, and this is a big game for us, a big SEC game for us. We need to win to stay on the route we need to make the championship this year, and I think we'll have a great chance. Just the way it's no really dominant teams that I feel like we saw in the past. Alabama's not the same, Georgia's not the same. I just feel like this is a year where I really see LSU winning it all. So. I need them. The defense keep playing how they playing. DBU is back. Offensively, I need y'all just stay hot into this game, and just keep it going, and we keep on building. I feel like Oregon to Penn State will probably be the best game outside of us. Just to watch because that's a Big Ten rivalry and matchup. I think it's whiteout too as well, so I know it's just gonna be rocking in there. So I'm excited to see that. Georgia. I think Georgia got that one in the bag. Alabama don't really scare me. Like they're not Alabama the same. Nick Saban took a lot with him as far as just edge, and they don't got they're not the same Bama as everyone know and love, but they still it's like it's Alabama. What you expect, but I think Georgia got that one pretty much. But a sleeper game that I think is gonna be the Aggies and Auburn. I think that Taylor and them is really really good this year, and I'm excited to see what they do. And if they win this game versus Auburn, which another SEC team, I think they go wake a lot of people up.
Yeah, I think first off, talking about LSU coming off of that win, I hope it does get our offense going. I mean, a win of that margin versus anybody, it should make you at least feel good about yourself. So I think that'll be good. I also am in agreement with you, Eddie. That game, Penn State versus Oregon, that's going to be the one that I'm definitely looking at because I feel like Penn State was ranked high very early, and I didn't feel like they had the wins to really put them that high yet. So I want to see what they can do against a team like Oregon that's going to compete to the end and, have a coach who has an edge about them. So, I want to see what that game is like. Georgia versus Alabama. I mean, we know last year's game was a highly touted matchup. I don't think we'll have as good of a game this year, but I think it'll be, fun to see. I think Georgia will win it pretty easily. Um, and then let's see what else. Yeah, that A&M game will be good. Uh, it'll be a good chance for me to see, how good A&M really is as well. I mean, they had a good win against what's it called, Notre Dame, but I want to see what they can do in this matchup. So we'll see.
Yeah. Before we move on, the SEC schedules for the future did come out this week, and they announced the three opponents that each team will have for the next 4 years, with everybody playing the other teams that did not, the other nine permanent SEC teams. They're gonna play them twice. I mean, once every 2 years. LSU's permanent teams are Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Texas A&M. I just want to get y'all thoughts on how y'all feel about that. Do y'all feel like it should have been different, or what?
So is it saying that we're not gonna play Alabama every season?
Yeah, we're not playing Alabama every year now.
We'll play them every other year.
Every other year, yeah.
So no Alabama, no
No Florida.
no Florida.
No.
Is it A&M right on there?
Yeah, A&M, we play them every year. A&M, Arkansas, and Ole Miss, we play every year.
No Auburn.
Nope.
Ain't gonna lie. In my opinion, LSU and Florida is always my favorite game.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's definitely
Yeah, that had to stay, in my opinion.
that hurt.
And Alabama, I think they should have kept the Alabama game as well, because
Yeah,
that's
that's a big
that's
rival.
always looked at as, one of the top games of the season. So not having that every year is gonna be crazy.
And that start next year.
Yeah.
I
Dang.
I agree with y'all. I think you couldn't take the LSU versus Alabama game and the Florida game. Like those are two of our biggest games. I look at the matchups that we have. None of those teams really get me out of bed, to be honest. Like I'm gonna watch the game because I'm a fan, but I'm just saying, like, as far as I'm excited for the tailgate because I know everybody gonna be rocking at the stadium. Like, no, I just don't feel that way about any of those teams. But I will say, as far as the rest of the schedule, I think it will allow for some interesting matchups. Like because those teams are not as good now, we'll probably play bigger teams later. Like we might play a Georgia or a Texas later in the season, so it might be fun in that aspect. But hopefully, 4 years later when they reevaluate, maybe we'll get a better team.
So
And
interesting. Who gonna be our new rival though? Because it's always Alabama and
Texas
Florida.
A&M probably.
Yeah.
Like, and Ole Miss, Texas A&M and Ole Miss probably. I mean, Arkansas, we do play for the Golden Boot in Arkansas, but I mean, Arkansas ain't been relevant in years, so that game kind of don't really hold no magnitude. But they also are requiring SEC schools, the conference is requiring their schools to play at least two non-conference, high quality non-conference opponents. So like LSU, like how LSU played Clemson this year, then they'll have to play like another high quality opponent, maybe from like the Big Ten or something like that. So. I mean, they're gonna have, yeah, they're gonna have, we're gonna have some games, but it ain't gonna be the same as far as like the rivalry matchups we used to, Florida and Alabama. But yeah,
All right, y'all, it's time for the best part of the show with the Black Spotlight. I'll start. For this week, I put Asia Wilson, MVP of the W. She is definitely the best player that we've seen in a long time in the W, man. She defensive player and MVP multiple times. I feel like she was well deserving of this, even though people had, Nafisa Collier winning earlier in the season. That crazy run the Aces went on is all credit to Asia and getting those girls right. So I definitely want to give her flowers and get an MVP, the Black Spotlight.
yeah, man. Shout out to Asia Wilson. For sure, probably the best player of this generation of WNBA players. Um, I just so give her flowers, give her a shout out. I think she's the first woman to become a full-time MVP in the W. So yeah, give her flowers. But me, I'm gonna take it to somebody that a lot of people may not know about, and that's Vikings cornerback Isaiah Rodgers. He had a stellar game this week. He had touchdowns returned on the defense side of the ball. One was a pick, one was a fumble recovery that he forced, and he also forced another fumble. So he had two forced fumbles, a pick six, and another touchdown on one of the fumbles. So my black spotlight goes out to him. He had a hell of a game, probably the best game of his career. So he should be applauded for that. Black spotlight going out to Isaiah Rodgers.
Yeah, man. Shout out to both of y'all. Spotlights, those were good picks. This week for my spotlight, I'm gonna take a little different approach. Not because this person is doing so well at the moment, but because I feel like they need some uplift. My pick is CJ Stroud. I mean, you brought us from a very dark place, and I don't want you to get stuck in a dark place now because we lose. And I hope that you continue to keep the mindset, that you are the quarterback that we all know you to be. Like you are the rookie of the year for a reason. So stay level headed, keep your mind right, man, and just continue to be that person that we know you to be. Put all that stuff aside. Don't listen to the naysayers, even though I'm a naysayer at times. And just keep hooping, man, but just not like this, bro. Yeah.
Hey, CJ, you my guy. I got your back, bro. I got your back, CJ. Shout out to you for his black spot like he want to pick you, but that's my guy. CJ, you go. I got your back, bro. I'm with you. I ain't with you. Watch you. I'm with you. You throw an interception, I'm still with you. I got you.
Hey, man. I'm
Man,
still with him, too. I just hope he throw less of them. So,
these Texans fans going through it. They going through it, y'all. Y'all, at the end of the day, end of the week, man, if y'all know a Texans fan, man, reach out to them. Make sure they're okay. That's what I've been doing with my fellas right here, man. Making sure they're okay. Everybody can't handle being 1-3, you know.
You used to it,
Hey,
huh?
who got a Super Bowl and who don't? I'll leave that right there. All right. All
okay.
right. Yeah, all right, man. That's all we got this week, man, for the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast, man. We appreciate y'all for locking in with us each and every week, man. All we ask is that you like and subscribe to our channel, man. Get us up there, support us, promote us, whatever you got to do to get us up there, man. We appreciate it. Until next time, man, we love y'all and we hope that y'all enjoy. Y'all be blessed and keep it locked. Thank y'all.